Good morning. I thought I would do a little update on the video that I made the other day about cleaning neglected stencils. I've been trying to find out other uses for stencils that have been abused and don't really seem to have much life left in them. I did not film this one because it took me several hours just to get it to this point. The APC worked really well, but it had so much paste on it, modeling paste. There was so much on there, it was just really thick, and a lot of the letters you couldn't even see. So what I did is I took a dental tool, which is actually I like better than a weeding tool for the electronic cutting machines because it's sharp on one end. You just have to be super careful, but it is so sharp. You can see that, how sharp pointed that is, that in these really tiny places it doesn't distort the stencil at all. So like I can feel something here on the back, and let's see, where's it at. But I did find that the actual weeding tool sometimes ruins like these little itty bitty spots because you're trying to get in there and clean it out. It just wasn't good. Like this piece has a little bit more on it than it should, but if I get it wet, this will peel right off with this pointed one. So anyway, as I was watching a few videos to see, I had some paste, but it dried up. I did not know that you could revive them. I think as dry as mine was, it probably couldn't have been revived, but that's okay because I'm starting anew. And the colors that I had I didn't like anyway, so it was just, it was okay. So what I did is I found a video that this woman, and I cannot remember the name of the channel, and I will put her in her channel in a playlist because I really like her work. She uses her own recipe for making chalk paste. Now, you just use regular craft paint and baking soda. So I believe it was half the amount of baking soda to the amount of paint, so that would be 2 to 1. And I didn't have anything to put the leftovers in, but I have in a plastic bag, so I hope to be able to use this. And what I did discover is if it's a little bit too thick, you can just put a little spritz of water in there and massage it, stir it if it's in a jar or whatever, and it'll come back to life. So this is one of my favorite stencils. I used it a lot in my junk journals, and it shows it. I mean, it's well loved. And by spending hours on it, maybe that's not something you want to do, but I sure wanted to do it because what I have found is a lot of these stencils that I do have, that I like, are no longer available. So it was, this is Crafter's Workshop. I haven't checked to see if they have another one, but since I've gotten this one cleaned up enough to use, I'm going to continue using it. So my first attempt with this handmade chalk paste, I thought I would just use a scrap piece of paper and see how it came out. Well, I'm quite happy with that. It does not have to be perfect. I think it's shifted here. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just background. Now, if I wanted this to be an actual saying on something, then I would definitely invest in a new one if there's one available. But for what my purposes are right now, this is always going to be a background for me. And hopefully, you know, I can get some more use out of it. Some of this has seeped because I didn't have the consistency 100%. But that's okay too, because like I said, it is a background, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this piece. I will be using this piece of paper on some kind of a craft. And then I also thought, you know, I love doing jelly plates and doing my own colored papers. This would be perfect to put on top of that. And then that way I could copy it and use it for other pieces, you know, tear it and put it in places. So that's my thought with that. So then I had this N, the letter N, and I've had it a while. I got it this far with the crackle and the paint underneath, and I just could not come up with a solution for this thing. It just didn't, for some reason, I just couldn't make it anything more than what it was. I had no inspiration, I guess. Well, I thought, hey, I'm going to dig this out, and I'm going to put this on here. And doesn't that make a pretty background? Yeah, I could have transferred it with, you know, make a transfer of it and turn it upside down and do all that, but that hurts my fingers. So, you know, rubbing the paint or the paper off really hurts my fingers. I don't know why. So I thought, if I do it this way, then it gives me a few more options. So now I can decorate the edges and, you know, maybe do something unique with it. But I really like the look of it. So this gives me some hope that I can use this stencil for many years just for these backgrounds. And you don't have to read every word, but it's there, you know, thoughts. I like that, you know, just that it says feelings. You know, you can pick out certain words, beauty, together, and that's really all you need when you're working with a background. You can work around those little areas of words. You can also sand this down so that it's a little smoother, and you can add some things to it, which is what I'm going to do. But anyway, I still have not decided what I'm going to put on there. I kind of know where I want to go with it, but I'm really excited now that I was able to use this stencil that I thought was going to have to go in the trash. So then, when this turned out really well, I thought, maybe I could just find some inexpensive paste and do some more with the stencils I already have. And I don't hand paint much anymore because of my hands that, you know, holding on to a brush really tight to do lettering and things like, I just can't do it. So I decided to go ahead and try something. I bought this stuff here. The colors are okay. I'm not real crazy, but they'll work. These would be good fall colors. This I thought was more of a aqua, but it's a pale blue, gray blue, which is okay. And then this pink color. So I believe it could be, you know, the colors could be mixed, and I'm going to try that. It doesn't come with any instructions on whether this is a permanent paint or not. So if you do buy any of these, if you have bought them and used them, let me know if they are permanent. If they're not, then they have to be sealed. That's not a big deal either. So if I can make my own colors, that will help tremendously. And not only will it save money, but then I can mix and match, you know, like if I'm doing something with this color, then I can use the paste as well. It also came with these little applicators, and I like those very much. So there's a large one, there's a medium, I guess, or is this the large? Oh, I guess they're both the same size, so two sets of large and small. I would call that a medium. That seems kind of large. So, I mean, you wouldn't be able to get it down in the jar very well. So, I think I might try to cut one of these in half. I mean, because I really don't need that many. But I did just use my this one here, but it's too flimsy. I didn't really like it, but it still worked. I was okay with it. I was able to wipe away all of the excess paint, and so I only had a small amount on here. There's a lot to be learned for this technique, and that's my plan. It always helps me to get out of a funk, to learn something new. I've done stenciling off and on for years, but not with chalk paste, and I've only used paint. So I really want to do this. I did have, like I said, I did have some stencil paste. It was not chalk paste, it was stencil paste. And I never even opened it. It was in my paint drawer, and when I opened it, they were all dried out. I mean, dried, cracked, and away from the jar, which I was very upset about. But, you know, you got to move on and move forward, so I threw them away, and I still want to learn how to do this and make something special with it. It's just a new, you know, just a new thing, you know, to bring out new ideas for myself, so that I can share them with you. I stayed away from the signs that people were making because it was all with vinyl, using the cutting machines, and I really don't care for that. I find it too finicky, fiddly, whatever, for me. I think it looks great. I love how people do it. But for me, it was just a little bit, I think I tried one piece, and I just did not enjoy working with it. So I never got into that. But this I can relate to. It's paint. It gives me choices. There's things that I can, you know, add to and whatever, but paint is my favorite medium. So I think this will work for me. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there, but I will put something in there. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to show you that even though I thought this particular stencil was completely lost, even part of it was missing. This was missing before I started cleaning it, so I don't know whatever happened to it. Maybe it was never there, I don't know. But this one was in worse condition than the first one I showed you in the other video. This one was 10 times worse. It was so bad. I could probably soak it some more and do some more work on it, but I think I'm happy with it the way it is. I will check and see if I can get a new one that is, you know, that I could take care of a little better. I also watched some videos on making transfer stencils, but that's a bit much for me too. I don't think I want to do that. So as I work on these, I will share some more information. This is all going to be in a stencil playlist, and then I will be doing other things. Those playlists will, you know, just be separated so that you can just go there if that's what you want. I find that to be more helpful for me as well. So, but anyway, this is interesting. You can dip it out or stir or whatever. I think that's pretty interesting little tool. So anyway, that's all there is for today. I just wanted to share this with you so that you could see how good that turned out. And if you try it, please comment and let me know how your experience was with it, and show me what you have done. I would really appreciate it, because that helps me to know what you're interested in too, and maybe we can share ideas or whatever. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.